to another episode of the Therapy with Rikki podcast, where we talk about real conversations that you can feel. I am your host, Rikki McCoy, a licensed holistic therapist in Atlanta, Georgia, specializing in all things holistic wellness, self care, burnout recovery, and helping high achieving people recenter, recalm, reboot their nervous systems. Okay. I am so excited to be here. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. I am recovering from the flu, y'all. I have been down and out for the past week, and I'm excited to get back. I'm excited to share. I'm excited to be here with you all in the new year, in your journey as you are navigating your life, your wellness, your authenticity, and all things that bring you joy in this world. Okay. You may hear a little congestion in my talking, but I got some tea and we're ready. All right. So let's get into our episode. Okay. Y'all, I'm going to start us out with a nice, intentional opening breath, right? Y'all know I'm really into breath work, into the holistic healing, into soothing your nervous system. And what better way to do that than to start us out with a little breath and a little sound, okay? So, in your seat, I want you to get nice and comfortable. You can close your eyes if you want to. You can just take a moment to center yourself. Maybe put a hand on the heart, a hand on the belly, and just take a moment to feel your seat. Maybe feel your feet, right? And I want you to take a nice big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Take one more nice big full inhale. Open mouth, let it out. Take one more nice big full inhale. Open mouth, let it out. And as you let it out, let those shoulders relax. Let that brow rest. Maybe bring that tongue down from the roof of your mouth. And just remember that it's okay to be where your feet are in this moment. It's okay for you to be present. It's okay for you to be in your body. It's okay for you to just be. All right, y'all. So y'all already know I'm really big on and I'm saying you already know, like y'all have already been here. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Please take a moment to subscribe to the Therapy with Rikki YouTube channel, to the podcast, available where all podcasts stream. Take a moment to tune in to my website, my link tree, any links in my bios if you're on TikTok or Instagram or any of those. Y'all, I have some really dope offerings that I'm offering this year in 2026. We're here and we're ready, and I'm excited to be here with you. So if you're new, welcome. And if you've been with me, you've been rocking with me for some time, I'm excited to bring you some new, fresh content. I'm excited to really catch you all up on my healing journey and the things that I've been working on. I did take a little hiatus last year, and so now we're back and we're ready, and we're bringing some new healing, some new vibes, some new opportunities to connect, and some new teaching moments, right? Some new learning, some new experiences. And we're going to start with this damn flu, okay? Now, your girl had to sit with herself, had to sit with the flu, had to sit with the fact that I had the flu coming out of Christmas and coming into New Year. And so my New Year has been all about resting. It has been all about stillness. And I want to talk to you all today about why I'm starting 2026 in rest mode and not grind mode. The funny part about that is, even if I were not sick, this is how I start my year every year. I am a person who likes to rest, who likes to go within during the winter seasons. And so The new year is a great way for me to be introspective. It's a great way for me to tune into myself. It's a great way for me to set my goals for the year. To really be intentional with how I want to spend my time and how I want to show up in my new year. Okay. So why I start 2026 in rest mode? Let's get into it. I really want you to take a moment and just really, um, this episode is not about goal setting, right? No new year, new resolution, no none of that, unless your resolution is to be still, unless your goal is to practice rest and stillness, which so many people struggle with. So many people that I talk to struggle with being still, right? But that flu forced me to sit that ass down. Okay, it forced me to sit down. It forced me to sit with myself. It forced me to um, quarantine, really. Like, I had to quarantine so I didn't get other people sick. It forced me to put myself first. It forced me to cancel a lot of plans, learn how to say no, prioritize my rest, prioritize what my body needed in the moment. And it just brought a few reminders. It brought a few reminders that I'll share with y'all here today. But in January, the unspoken urgency is in the air, right? Social media, people, just these resolutions, like we've been taught that it's like a new year, new you, new thing, right? And we all know that you get that excitement those first couple days, that first week or two, but then after that, if we're not consistent and if we don't have good systems in place to how we're showing up, then a lot of the plans and goals and things that we have set kind of fall by the wayside by February, definitely March, right? Like they're not lasting the whole year. But I want you to think about your life in terms of maybe just what it means to like ease into, right? What it means to ease into the new year, what it means to really get intentional with how you want to spend your time. So if you're feeling that urge, if you're feeling that pressure, I want you to name it. I want you to name that during January we have this urgency to get up and go and do the thing and be different. But it's very hard to do if you have not, one, let go of the past, if you haven't recognized certain patterns that you are working towards leaving in the old year and working towards growing some better habits in the new year. Um, we got to have a system. We got to have a plan in place. We can't just be talking this talk and we're not walking this walk. Okay. Y'all got me. The nervous system does not recognize January 1st as a reset button. I want y'all to know that the nervous system really recognizes this time of the year as a rest, as a pause, right? This is why during the winter seasons, you see things die. You see trees die. You see leaves fall. You see this transition happen from fall to winter, because it is a time of retreating. Even my plants don't really grow a lot during the winter seasons. They actually shed. Um, and so we have that same responsibility for ourselves, right? To rest, to pause, to sit, to nurture ourselves in the winter months. And then spring is usually when we blossom, right? When we grow, when we sprout into this new energy, new things, new opportunities, that kind of thing. Even my energy is different in the winter months, in the spring months, because I am just wanting to rest. Like, I'm listening to my body. My body is tired. My body wants to rest. My body wants to retreat. But during the spring, I'm ready to go. I'm energized. I'm excited, right? To get out and do the things. So listen to your body. Listen to your body. We're working on moving from survival to a flourishing state of mind, right? With flourishing minds. And so we really want to release any old ways of being, when we've been in survival mode. Okay. So I want you to name the pressure. Name the pressure that comes with this urgency. And just know that by overthinking, oversetting, and overdoing, we're already showing up to the new year exhausted. And that's not what we want to do. Okay? All right. Rest is strategic. Okay? A lot of us don't want to rest. We want to do everything that we can with our time and our energy because there's like this imaginary, like, success light at the end of the tunnel, right? That we're just trying to get to the next thing. We're trying to produce. We're trying to show up. We're trying to get to the next level. But let's enjoy the journey. Let's enjoy getting there. Let's enjoy the journey. Let's enjoy what it means to just be still and be comfortable where we are, really, essentially, right? Um, Rest mode is deeply intentional for me. It's not laziness, it's very much regulation. We've been grinding all year. And so the new year is a great time, especially if you've had any holiday time off. It's a great time to reset. It's a great time to rest, to not work, to practice your boundaries, and to just be, y'all. All right. There are reasons why this is intentional, okay? When your nervous system feels safe, when your body can pause, when your mind and your body have an opportunity to reset and reconnect to each other, because y'all know it's all about mind body connection, right? Mind body spirit. We want to be connected in all the ways, and a lot of us are out here disconnected from our body, living in our thoughts, living in our heads. And so the goal is that we get reconnected, point blank, period. When you are connected, when your nervous system feels safe, guess what? Your clarity improves, your boundaries strengthen, right? You remember who you are and where you're supposed to be and why this journey matters to you. Your creativity comes back. Y'all, I've been sitting in the bed with this flu, just ideas coming, ideas coming, writing them down, dreaming like crazy, right? Creativity is back, y'all. I'm in my bag in 2026, all right? And so, in a way, like me sitting down, me recovering from the flu really helped me tap back into my creativity and my power. I was able to remove all the distractions. I was able to finally show up for Rikki instead of always showing up for everybody else. And ideas galore, okay? Rest allowed me to make decisions from alignment instead of urgency. I need rest. I can't talk right now. I need to rest my body. I need to rest my throat. I need to heal my mind, right? I need time to recover and think about my offerings for the new year. And I can't always be available. And so it really, really brought me back into alignment and not urgency and not survival mode and not worrying about what happens if I don't show up. I'm not showing up, period. Making the decision to show up for me first so that when I do show up, I can show up better. I can show up focused. I can show up clear. I can show up healed, right? In my body, in my mind, in my spirit, right? And so, really being intentional with why rest is important. If you are a healer, if you are a person that is a person that pours into other people, we should be resting. We should be taking quarterly breaks, breaks in your calendar. You should really be scheduling in time where you need breaks so that you can feed yourself, so that you can fill your cup, so that you can feed your soul. Okay? That is the only way. You gotta be strategic and pouring back into you. Or we shut down mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. A lot of times when I get sick, right, that flu, for example, it's a reminder when I have been operating in survival mode. It's a reminder that you need to sit down, that you need to slow down, and the body will always show you. The body will always communicate with you what you need. Okay. All right. And you don't need permission to slow down. You're worthy of rest. Say it with me, y'all. I am worthy of rest. I am worthy of stillness. You are. You are. We don't have to prove ourselves to get a break. We don't have to prove ourselves to have a moment. You don't have to prove yourself to prioritize your wellness and your well being, okay? We need to unlearn that. All right. What does rest mode actually look like? What does it look like for you? It can look different for different people. Let me take a little sip of my tea because my throat is a little dry. All right. What does rest look like? I've been on this rest journey now for about 2 years too. Like this is not just new to this new year. Like this has really been a journey for me. Kind of telling my story real quick. I went into private practice full time in 2020 during the pandemic, full fledged go mode. Okay. The first 2, 3 years, I burned myself out really fast. And so I really had to put some protections and put some barriers in place so that I could take care of myself because I felt the burnout coming strong. I pretty much closed down my group practice. I went back solo so that I could like get myself, get my spirit, get my energy together. I put a pause on retreats. I put a pause on all of my offerings so that I could focus on pouring back into myself because your girl was on breakdown mode. Okay. The system that I had was not sustainable. And so I'm here, I'm back. I've taken the past couple years to like really learn how to pour back and prioritize myself so that I can continue showing up in this space as a therapist, as a healer, as a holistic baddie. Okay. Like I really truly love what I do. I really truly love this work. And so it's like, how can I do this work in a way that makes sense for me? And so I've done some things differently. Fewer commitments, right? That's number one. Changing the schedule, changing my availability, saying no to certain things, like really only doing things that align with who I am and where I want to be in this moment. An example of that is I closed my office and went full time telehealth, right? Um, that aligned more with my life plan for myself. I wanted to be home more with my child. I wanted to be available to show up in my personal life a little bit more. I want to be able to like start my dinner. I want to be able to show up as a mom, as a partner, as all those things. And so for me, being at home was really important to me. Being able to walk my neighborhood was really important to me. Being able to get out and do the self care things that I need to do to show up for myself was really important to me. Okay, slower mornings. Having a slow morning, ooh, it's like it's gold, y'all. I encourage you, if you can figure out a way to have a slower morning, it is life changing. A slower morning really means now granted, we have commitments, we have kids, right? You got to have a realistic expectation of yourself. My slower morning, it usually it's like you have to make time for it. That's either going to be getting up before everybody else gets up in your household, or it's going to be after you get your kids off to school, you get everybody where they need to go, and you can come back and focus on yourself before you focus on other people, work, that kind of thing. So you can pick which way you want to do it. I've tried it both ways, because that urgency in life is just going to happen, and we cannot avoid having to show up and provide and do and be, especially if you're a mom, right? But making some time for yourself, getting up early in the morning, starting with some breath work, settling your nervous system. If you wake up anxious, if you wake up just with this urgency because you know that the morning is about to be chaotic, center yourself, do some deep breathing, remind yourself that you got this and it's going to be okay. Find you an affirmation. One of my favorite affirmations is I can do hard things because I can do hard things. I might not want to do hard things, but I can do hard things, okay? Um, that one gets me going. It gets me through a lot of moments, especially as a mom, especially as a single mom now. For those of you who have been following me for some time, I am very much in the divorcee era, okay? So going from a two-parent household to a single parent household, co-parenting, all of that, patience has been tested. Okay. My whole way of life has shifted, it's changed. And so sometimes that can feel chaotic, that can feel nerve wracking, that can feel anxiety inducing. Okay. That can feel stressful, that can feel like you just want to just be like, fuck it today and just give up, right? Like you're human. Allow yourself to be human, allow yourself to feel the things, but do know that you can do hard things. Okay. Because trust me, I've been there. I've been there. Yeah. Gentle movement instead of workouts, right? I am not a gym girly. I learned that about myself very early on. I'm not a gym girly. I don't want to go lift no weights. I don't want to go do none of that. I need to be able to flow and move with what my body likes. That is how I got into yoga. My body loves yoga. I am very newly a Pilates girl. I enjoy Pilates. I enjoy dance. I enjoy gentle stretching. I enjoy just going on a walk, y'all. So whatever movement you need to do is what you do. Your movement plan does not have to look like anybody else's movement plan, but movement really helps us to soothe our nervous system. It really helps us to focus, concentrate, get that boost of energy. It boosts our happy hormones, so our serotonin, our endorphins, like our dopamine, all of the things. It's really going to help us to feel better. It helps us to get motivated for the day, all right? Because guess what? You're not always going to feel like doing the things, but adulting never stops. And that's where discipline comes in. Okay? We got shit to do. And guess what? We still got to do it. So, y'all heard that correctly. All right. Breath work before any type of like decision making, breath work in moments where you're being tested, breath work in moments where you're feeling overwhelmed. Instead of that snap back, instead of that, trying to prove who you are, prove yourself, that ego coming into place, take a moment and breathe. Really step back, take a moment to breathe, center your thoughts, and then determine what your next step is, okay? Listening to your body instead of overriding it. You might wake up and feel like you need more rest. You may wake up and feel like you're getting sick. You may wake up and feel energized and ready to go. Based on what you feel, based on your ability to check in with yourself, you're going to know what you need to do to show up for yourself that day. That's where using your sick time comes in. You might wake up and be like, yeah, not today. I don't have the energy, the patience, the time. Mentally, I'm not there today. I'm calling out today. I'm using my PTO. I'm using a mental health day, like those kind of things. Like, allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to have stillness. Allow yourself to sit there and do nothing. Allow yourself just to be. If you're trying to clean up the house, do the laundry, wash the dishes, cook, all of the things, allow yourself some days to say no. Allow yourself some days to just be like, I ain't doing it. Allow yourself sometimes, if you want to order out, order out. Okay. Whatever the kids want, you want some cereal, you want whatever. I'm not arguing with you today. Right? Like, allow yourself those moments of peace, y'all. You deserve it. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. You deserve soft moments. Okay. Trust me. We got to learn how to flow with this thing called life. All right. Um, it's not an absence of growth. A lot of us feel very unproductive when we rest. We feel like we have things to do. This never ending list of to do as an adult, right? It's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. You trying to accomplish it, trying to like conquer it every day, every minute of your day, is not helping it to go away. Like, it's just going to, something new is just going to happen. Something new is just going to pop up. Like, that is life. That is how life works. We are adults. We are the one, right? We're the one making this shit happen. And you got to be able to really sit with yourself and just acknowledge that. Okay? It's not going away. All right. Sometimes we want to be able to reframe the narrative. All right. We've been conditioned to believe that rest has to be earned and it does not have to be earned. We need to unlearn that. I want you to ask yourself where that narrative comes from for you, because it comes from somewhere different for everyone. Society has made us feel like we have to hustle, hustle, hustle to make it, make it, make it. Social media makes us compare ourselves to other people, their lifestyles, what they have going on, and y'all, what they're putting out that you don't even know if it's real or not. You don't even know what's happening behind closed doors, right? Parents have made us feel a certain type of way. School, like our society, our government, all of the things, right? We feel like rest has to be earned, but your body needs to prove, does not have to prove to you that it's tired. So I need you to learn how to listen to your body. Learn how to listen to your mind. Listen to your body. It will show you when it's tired. Those body aches, the sickness, right? The headaches, not being able to think clear, not being able to function, focus. You start making mistakes where you know that you normally don't make mistakes. Your life starts looking chaotic, right? Your house looks unorganized. Your car looks a mess. You're snapping on everybody. You're irritable. You are just overwhelmed. You're just numb. You're not happy, right? You're not looking forward to some of the things that used to bring you joy. Like, these are signs that something's happening. These are signs that you need to tune into what you need, and that could be rest, okay? Um, just know that it's not weakness. Know that resting is not weakness. Please change the narrative. You are worthy of rest. Rest is your birthright. We aren't proving anything by working harder and harder and harder and harder, okay? Reframe, change the narrative, change whatever thoughts come up in your mind around resting. Um, you need your energy so that you can really do the things that you want to do, so that you can really be intentional with who you want to be in your life. Okay? It's time to refocus. It's time to lock in, friend. It's time to do the things that really make you happy at the core of your being. Okay? And what does that look like for you? Who is that? If you could picture the perfect morning, if you could picture the perfect day, if you could picture the perfect job, what does that look like for you? I know mine, I'm easing into my morning. I'm getting up out of bed. I'm talking about slippers. I know what slippers, what robe I have on. I'm getting up. I'm doing my face care. I'm doing the whole morning routine. I'm making my coffee or my tea. I'm going and I am centering myself. I am meditating. I am outside in nature. My yard is big. It's grand. It's just this lush space where I can go and be in nature because nature makes me happy. And I am slowly moving into my day. I start work around 10 or 11. I have a couple things that I do. I'm not overworking myself. Bam, I can hit a workout class. I can hit um, a moment of self-care, a facial, a spa day, whatever. I might can go to lunch with somebody, one of my friends or whatever. And then I'm showing up for the household, right? I'm preparing for my child to come home from school. I'm preparing dinner, or I have a chef, whatever. Um, I'm really making sure that the household is taken care of. Like, I have this soft life image for myself, and you got to be able to see it. Y'all see how I just broke that down for y'all? That's that visualization, okay? You got to be able to see it, feel it, believe it, bring it into reality, okay? All right. So, if this resonates, I want you to know that you don't have to do this work alone. There are so many ways to get supported this year. I have so many offerings that I'm just here to share with you. And if the podcast is that one method in which you get the information, that's great. If it's social media, that's great too. If you're looking for deeper support emotionally on your wellness journey, I do offer holistic therapy and holistic coaching. Okay, nervous system care, and we focus on how to take care of your body, mind, of who you are, mind, body, and spirit. Okay. um Holistic wellness coaching is here. It's available. You can go to my website and book a consultation. You can reach out to me if you need support. I have a restorative yoga offering that I am currently promoting. It is called Reclaim, because you're reclaiming your body, you're reclaiming your nervous system, you're reclaiming your joy, you're reclaiming your peace. You are reclaiming who? You. Yes. This is a 4-week series, yoga series, where we'll do some restorative yoga. Each week has a outline, and I will teach you each week how to take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, how to reconnect with your body, how to listen to your body, and how to help your body release trauma, release emotions, release stress out after long days, after working, after doing all the things. We'll get together on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Y'all, this is a great opportunity to really learn some foundations of yoga, some foundations of how to take care of yourself holistically, some foundations of how to de-stress after a long day. If you are a person who is high functioning, who is tired, who is burned out, who is disconnected from their body, who is disconnected from their joy, disconnected from your spirit, you don't really know where to turn, you don't really know what to do, you feel that maybe self-care, wellness, and this way of life is unrealistic for your lifestyle because it's so busy. Y'all, this is the yoga class for you. This is a virtual class. You can join me from anywhere, and I'm going to hold space for you. I'm going to teach you certain movements, certain ways to de-stress your body. I'm going to teach you how to take care of yourself and how to show up for yourself first. So again, join me for Reclaim. It is my 4-week restorative yoga series, and it is now available to book on my website. Y'all tap in, tap in, tap in. I also have a digital self-care blueprint that is out right now. And y'all, this is a beautiful, beautiful blueprint ebook, 20 plus pages of how to really tap into self-care in the different categories of your life. Okay. Your physical self-care, your emotional self-care, your environmental self-care, your psychological self-care, social self-care, professional self-care, intellectual self-care. I break down all these different categories of self-care. I give you a roadmap. I give you a blueprint.